Hi, Mrs. Norris here. So today I'm going to show you how to submit your final found poem based on Troll by Shane Khoisan. So let's review what we've done already. Okay, so we started off with the poem in full by Shane. And our next step was to, on the pages or slides 2 and 3, use boxes to narrow down from the 100 plus lines of the original poem down to 26. And then those 26, we place stars next to 20 of our favorite boxed lines. So the whole idea was to take the entire poem and narrow it down to a few select lines that we're going to use to write our own poem. Okay, so we've done that here. The next step was to retype the lines of the poem that were both boxed and starred. So here are our boxed and starred lines. And on slide 4 are each of the lines typed out individually. Okay. Now remember, our rules for a found poem are that you can take words away, you can repeat words, lines, or phrases, but you cannot add your own words, lines, or phrases. Also, you should come up with a title that doesn't include the word troll and also states that this poem written by you has actually been adapted by a poem by someone else. You need to give credit where credit is due. So we copied and pasted our typed lines so that now they were here, but we use that space to rewrite the poem. So you can see that where my 20 lines started like this, the next step they ended up like this. Okay, so I broke down the lines, I moved some of them around just to sort of zoom in here so you can see that there were certain lines that were repeated over and over again. And I do have my title at the top, which is a line from the poem itself. Okay, so at this point, what you should have done is now taken your rewritten poem where you rearranged the lines to make your own original piece and used editing tools to make it your own. Okay, so let me show you the image as a whole. Okay, again, using text editing tools to help you to give your poem some originality, some of your own voice, and to create the tone and mood, which was the whole point of this activity. Okay, so now that your poem is written, so you should be done at this point, we're ready to submit. Okay, so I have a copy of it here. I'm going to actually just throw that away. So to submit this activity, you are not going to upload it to Canvas. Okay, so to submit this activity, I'm going to click on the slide that has my finished poem. Okay, so it's the slide that is finished. That's the one that's highlighted in the corner bar over here. And then I'm going to go to File, Download, and I'm going to download this as a PNG. Okay. Now, if you're given the option to rename in a new window, it says rename your piece, then do it there. Otherwise, you can see that the image is here. Okay, if I were to open it up, you can see. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename this. So you have different options for renaming depending on the computer that you have. For me, I just double click and then rename. And I'm going to rename this. So rename your document on your desktop, or it might be in a downloads folder or something like that. Rename it the title of your poem and your last name. Okay, and then I can delete this Okay. So again, I've renamed it to the title and my last name. Okay, so please make sure that you rename your file to the title and your last name. All right, so now I'm going to go back to Canvas. Okay, and if I'm not there already, I'm going to go to my Found Poem page for the actual instructions. And I'm going to click where it says How to Submit Your Poem Padlet page here. So you see that there's like a brick wall type thing at the top. It's titled Found Poetry. Students will use the poem Troll by Shane Koizan as inspiration for making their own poem that speaks to the impact of cyberbullying. And this is here where we're going to post that image that we just downloaded. Okay, so I'm going to click on the plus sign down in the corner. This is just the easiest way to do it. And we have different options here. We have the option to upload something. We can include a link. We can find a Google image. We can take a picture. And then there's more options here. Okay, but what we're going to do is we're going to upload. So I'm just going to use this upload tool in the bottom left-hand corner. And it says pick a file from your computer by dragging it. So I could drag and drop this over here. Not everyone has it saved directly on their desktop. So I'm going to go ahead and pick File. And I'm going to find that file. So again, yours might be in Documents. It might be in Downloads. Okay, so I'm going to click on Desktop, where I know that my image is. And I'm going to click on the image itself. And I'm going to open. Okay, so you can see that my image is here. Now, where it says Title, you're going to give it the title of your poem again. Okay, and underneath, you're going to put by, and then your name, comma, adapted from, quote, capital T, ROLL, by S, capital S, HANE, Shane, capital K, OYCZAN. Okay. So again, the title at the top, by and your name, comma, adapted, ADAPTED, from Troll by Shane Koizan. Okay, and then I'm going to hit the return or enter button. Not going to do that. Take it back up and then just click anywhere on the brick wall. Okay, and now what you can do once classmates have started putting their pictures up on the wall, you can go through and look at some of them, and if you would like to give it a positive feedback, then you can rate it with stars. Okay, and be polite and respectful with your rating. And that's it. Okay, so once you are done, take the time to sort of explore what your classmates have done. If you would like to rate it with a respectful rating, then please do so. Otherwise, just keep your comments to yourself if you don't have anything kind to think about something that could be reflected in a rating. Just walk away from it. Okay, but again, this is how we will be submitting our found poems. We will not be uploading them to Canvas. Instead, we will be uploading them onto Padlet.